Limbo. Welcome to Limbo, the first cozy corner of Dante's hell where no one really wants to stay. Here you'll find the unbaptized and virtuous pagans hanging out with some pretty fascinating historical figures. Think Socrates, Homer, and Virgil himself. Now, you might be asking, what's their big crime? Well, they didn't exactly tick off the church, but they lacked that all-important baptism. It's like showing up to a fancy party without an invitation. You're not banished, but you're definitely not getting the good snacks. The elegant souls in limbo are untouched by physical torment, but suffer an eternal absence of hope. Imagine being in a beautiful place, but knowing there's no way you'll ever find the joy of being in God's presence. Talk about a buzzkill. Dante, drawing from theology and classical literature, poignantly captures the melancholy of these lost souls. They have been deprived of divine grace, making them the poster children for the phrase, "better luck next time." Who knew damnation could feel this existential? Lust. Ah, the circle of lust. Picture this: a perpetual hurricane where souls are swept away in an endless tempest, like a turbulent romantic comedy gone horribly wrong. These lustful spirits are tossed about by violent winds, reflecting their lack of self-control in life. It's like a chaotic dance party where no one knows the steps and everyone is just trying to hold on to their dignity. Dante cleverly features famous lovers here, most notably Paolo and Francesca, whose tragic tale of forbidden love reads more like a cautionary fairy tale. Oh, the irony. In life, they succumbed to their passion and met a grisly end. In death, they are forever bound in a gaudy whirlwind of chaos. The lesson? Well, be careful where and with whom you let your passions take you. You wouldn't want to find yourself windsurfing through eternity in Dante's version of a hot mess. Gluttony. Welcome to the glutton's pit stop, where the buffet never ends. But it's all just a tad too messy. These souls wallow in a brackish swamp of filth, a grim reflection of their overindulgent ways, consuming far too much while ignoring the poor folks lurking nearby. The ceaseless rain and hail, just a culinary nightmare of consequences raining down on these binge buddies. Not to mention, they have a three-headed dog, Cerberus, eagerly dishing out further torment. Picture this: you're already stuck in the mud, and the only company you have is a ravenous beast with an appetite for, well, you. Dante deftly weaves in the notion that excessive pleasure comes at a cost. So we might want to rethink that all-you-can-eat buffet plan. Gluttons are condemned to forever wallow in their excess, and let's just say that metaphorical plate isn't getting cleared anytime soon. Greed. In the circle of greed, we have our very own heavyweight championship. Here, the miserly and the spendthrifts push enormous boulders against each other as punishment for their extreme obsessions with wealth. Imagine a bizarre gym routine with no rewards. It's an endless cycle of, "You take it! No, you take it!" adding a comedic flair to a rather grim scenario. Featured in this cosmic clash are the hoarders who couldn't let go of their treasures and the prodigal spenders dying to toss it all away. Dante uses this visual as a metaphor for the futility of their pursuits. Spoiler alert: neither party wins. The boulders represent how worldly possessions weigh them down like 1,000 layers of clothing on a hot summer day. Lesson learned? Keep your excesses in check, or you might find yourself stuck in an eternal game of rock, paper, scissors that never resolves. Wrath. Enter the realm of wrath, where anger has taken a literal dive into the murky depths of the Styx River. If you thought escalated arguments were bad, imagine being submerged and surrounded by people who can't let go of their rage. The wrathful fight amongst themselves, lashing out in an eternal cycle of fury that would put even the most dramatic reality show cast to shame. Dante's imaginative take on this punishment serves up an abundance of lessons about the dangers of uncontrolled anger. It's like a rowdy family reunion gone haywire, where everyone is stewing in resentment. Most ironically, these folks can't escape their own tempestuousness. mirroring their violent actions in life. Instead of taking a Zen approach, they're stuck in an endless cycle of retribution and chaos. The takeaway here? Take a deep breath and consider some yoga, because nobody wants to end up stuck in a river of rage for eternity. Heresy. Welcome to the burning tombs, where heretics sit trapped in a fiery embrace. Yes, the sins of disbelief have real consequences here. Dante ensnares these straying souls in burning tombs, designed to remind us just how hot the stakes can be when you disappoint the upper management, aka divine authority. Picture this. You're reading alternative thoughts while sipping your coffee, only to find out you've signed up for a forever timeout. Heretics, those who dared to deny eternal truths, face the ultimate irony of their beliefs, suffering amidst the flames for all eternity. Think of it as a fire drill where nobody gets to exit. One of the most notable figures among them is Epicurus, who perhaps would have been better off sticking to the basic tenets of virtuous living. The lesson? If you're pondering your beliefs, maybe just keep them to yourself, especially if you're looking for a leisurely afterlife experience. Violence. Now we've reached one of the more intense circles, the boiling river of the Phlegethon. Here, the violent against their neighbors meet their match. With murderers and tyrants submerged in the scalding river, it's a bubbling reminder of their earthly misdeeds. Think of a hellish spa day that's just way too hot and not in a good way. The warrior types and those who took the law into their own hands find themselves stewing in their own vile actions, drowning in boiling blood. Dante cleverly showcases the consequences of social brutality, and it's not exactly a relaxing retreat. Picture the ultimate karma moment, where every horrid act comes back tenfold. Talk about being in hot water. So, if you ever feel the urge to flex your muscles on someone else's happiness, just remember, this is not the kind of clash that makes you a champion. Fraud. Fraud. The circle where deceit takes center stage, complete with the mela bulge, also known as the evil ditches. Here, the fraudulent souls face a series of punishing torments, each tailored to their particular misdeeds. Imagine yourself walking through a reality show, set filled with enormous deceptive traps, determined to teach a lesson about integrity. Dante's vivid depiction showcases various turns of the dishonest, from petty liars to grand deceivers who ended up unwittingly signing up for a lifetime of shame and suffering. Picture being sucked into 10 different pits of despair, each reflecting how your little fib led you to oblivion. Dante doesn't leave any stone unturned. Every twist highlights the serious consequences of betrayal and deception. So, if you're ever considering an untruth, let this be a gentle reminder. Someone is definitely taking notes. And that's not someone you want to meet in the afterlife. Treachery. Betrayers beware. You've hit the ice cube tray of hell known as Cocytus. Here, the damned are encased in a frozen lake, a fittingly chilly reminder of their cold betrayal. The deeper your betrayal, the lower you sink. Ouch. Just imagine being stuck here, hearing your old pals gossip about you while you shiver silently for eternity. Dante places infamous traitors like Judas Iscariot and Brutus at various depths, mixing a little bit of history with moral philosophy and dishing out a hefty dose of cautionary tales. Feeling betrayed? Well, every act of deceit is visited with an eerie cold comfort as you drown in your regret. It's a cold world out there. So next time you think about pulling a fast one, remember there's no ice cream in Cocytus. Just chilling reminders of the friendships you've betrayed, forever agonizing over your icy conscience. Brr. Talk about giving cold shoulders a whole new meaning. Made it through the 9 circles of hell? Then you might as well like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment.